Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I am going to be ranking all of the Power Rangers Disney era seasons, just like I did before with the Hasbro and the Neo Saban era. Now it's time for me to do this era. Disclaimer before I get into this video, this is my opinion. This is not the right opinion. I'm just saying this is my opinion. This is how I feel. And please don't go and throw hate at me in the comments. This is my opinion. Sorry. So coming in at number 9, we have the MMPR Season 1 revision. This is just at the bottom of the list because there was no point of doing this. Basically it's just Season 1, but a whole bunch of just sound effects at it and a whole bunch of pals and whatever, stuff like that. It still has the same problem as Season 1 where there's not much character development. It's very lackluster. But this time it's even worse because it doesn't even have a finale that's actually an okay finale because it ends on episode 32, which is A Star Is Born. There's not just much to the season, and there's not much character development for the most part, at least in that half of season 1. But overall, yeah, that was just a weird season. Coming in at number 8, we have Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. Now, at a certain point of time, this was the worst season, but now that the Neo Saban era came out, there's a lot of worse seasons than this one. I didn't really hate this season as much as everybody else. I thought this show was just okay. It's basically kind of mediocre. I didn't really like most of the cast. I feel like the cast felt a little bit odd. I feel like Spencer, which was the side character, I think he was the best character in the show. He was the most entertaining to watch. I think Taizan had a pretty cool story for what it is. And I really did like the Max storyline. I thought that was pretty well handled. I feel like that just doesn't get enough credit. I think this was done better than what Beast Morphers did with Steel. I feel like this was done much better, honestly. And I thought Rose was actually pretty okay too. But other than that, most of the half of the cast doesn't really do much. But I also really do like this idea. I think it had a lot of good ideas, but just bad execution, you know. Coming in on number 7, we have Power Rangers Mystic Force. I really just don't like this season. This season is just kind of boring. A lot of the characters doesn't really get developed because we over focused on Nick, and Nick is not even that great of a character. He's very unlikable. He gives up so much, and I'm like, he's the Red Ranger, but he spent most of his time giving up. It's just very unfortunate that he doesn't really grow much as a character. And we just waste time focusing on him when we could be focusing on all these other characters that need some development. I think there was a lot of good ideas, but just not enough poor execution, and we also spent a lot of time doing some filler and stuff. I don't think Mystic Force is a terrible season, but I just don't really like the show that much because it just has a lot of faults to it, you know. So coming up next on this list, I didn't know if I was going to count this as a Disney season or a Saban season, so I decided I was just going to put this in both lists. It's Power Rangers Wild Force. Wild Force, I didn't really care for Wild Force that much. It's basically another close adaptation of its Sentai counterpart being Gal Ranger. Most of the characters are the exact same as their Gal Ranger counterparts. I really do like Taylor. Danny didn't really do much. Max got on my nerves. Alyssa was pretty okay, and Merrick had a pretty cool story with Zinaku, but I feel like that could have been taken advantage of a little bit more. But I really did like Cole's backstory. I think he had a really good backstory with Master Org. I think that Master Org is one of my favorite villains in the Power Rangers franchise. I thought he was pretty good. But overall, this season is just okay, honestly. I just don't really care for this season that much. And it has some really good crossovers being Forever Red and reinforcements from the future. But yeah, I think this is an okay season. Coming in number 5, we have Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Dino Thunder has a really strong cast of characters and villains. I really do love all of them. Mezagog is a fantastic main villain, and I think he's one of the best villains in Power Rangers. And then you have Dr. O, and Tommy Oliver. I think he's the best in this season. This is the best use of him compared to all of his other roles that he played. I think he did a really good job at mentoring Connor, Trent, Ethan, and Kira. And I think they did a really good job with the Trent Evil line story. I think that was very interesting, and I think they did that better than their Japanese counterpart because I think they made Outright Killer evil too long. Coming in number 4, we have Power Rangers Jungle Fury. I love all the characters in Jungle Fury. I really like the story of Jungle Fury, and I really like the villains. I think it has some pretty good villains, and I really love RJ. RJ is one of the best mentors in Power Rangers. I think it did a really good job with everything. I really like the three masters, the Master Fan, Master Swoop, and Master Fan. I thought those three was better used than their counterparts in Geki Ranger, but I feel like the other three masters that we give for that they get their Juggle Master mode from was used better in Geki Ranger. But personally, I think we didn't really have enough time, and Dominic got introduced too late. But also that's because we got cut down to 32 episodes at this point, so we have a lot of time for that. But overall, I really did. I still did love Jungle Fury. Coming in at number 3, we have Power Rangers Ninja Storm. I really love Ninja Storm. Ninja Storm was a fun show. I really enjoyed watching it. It's a fun show to rewatch. I really do love the cast of characters. Love Cam, Tori, Dustin, Shane, Blake, and Hunter. They all are really fun group of people. I really like Lothar. I think he was a pretty good villain. Especially in the end, he really does know how to fight, though. I feel like Ninja Storm has a really strong finale and a really strong final battle. I think Ninja Storm does a really good job with mixing lighthearted with serious stuff at the same time. I think they do a really good job with balancing the two. And also, you have a really energetic theme song where it really gets you hyped up and gets you ready for the show. I really do feel like the theme song fits the tone of the show. And I really like how they handled Cam's story. I thought they did a really good job with that. I think the Samurai Journey 3-parter may be my favorite episodes in Ninja Storm. But overall, I really did enjoy Ninja Storm, and it's one of my favorite Power Rangers seasons. Number 2, we have Power Rangers SPD. I absolutely love Power Rangers SPD. It is a really good season. I really love the SPD cast. Their cast is probably one of my favorite casts in Power Rangers franchise. I feel like the cast just have really good chemistry with each other. It just come out very natural where they talk to each other. It was just a very fun cast to watch. Sky has some really good development throughout the season, and Doggy Kruger is a really good mentor. I think he's my favorite mentor in Power Rangers. I also think SPD has a really good finale as well. The only thing that really holds SPD back is some of his villains. I feel like some of his villains doesn't really have the best potential compared to other seasons, but I feel like overall SPD is one of my favorite Power Rangers seasons. And last but not least, coming in number 1, we have Power Rangers RPM. I absolutely adore RPM. It was such a fun ride. I really love the RPM cast. I think they're probably my favorite cast in Power Rangers. It also had a really amazing story, and it had a very great character development for all Rangers. While I do think some of the Rangers could use some more development, they all had some pretty good development. They all got something to do at the end of the day. And RPM also has some really solid villains, and RPM is definitely my favorite Power Rangers season. It doesn't have a lot of Sentai footage. RPM is mostly original footage, which that's actually pretty cool. I think they did a really good job. But I really wish that Eddie Gazillion stayed on the show because I really wanted to see how he would have ended the show. But I think Chiplin did a really good job with finishing off the show. And it just had a solid group of villains. And overall, I think it had a really good balance. I like how it was able to make fun of itself at the same time, but also still keep that serious tone. I don't think there's one character I really dislike that much from RPM. This is why RPM is my number 1. With that being said, this is my list, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on my list. What would you change? Do you agree with my list? Let me know all of that down below in the comment section. Have all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys next time.